Hello friends, and welcome to today's daily devotion. I'm reading to you out of the Old Testament, the book of Psalms, Psalms 18, and I'm reading verse 6 and then skipping down to verse 16. Hear now these words. In my distress I called upon the Lord. To my God I cried for help. From his temple he heard my voice, and my cry to him reached his ears. He reached down from on high. He took me. He drew me out of mighty waters. This is a psalm of David, and David was describing how God had delivered him from the hand of Saul, who had sworn to be David's enemy. David cried out to God for help when Saul was seeking David's life, and God heard David's cry and saved him. Saved him physically from death, but also saved him spiritually from the discouragement and the anguish that comes from constantly being on the run. David felt like he was in over his head. That's why I think in verse 16 he says, he pulled me out of mighty waters. You see, the thing that we often wonder about is, does God help those who help themselves? And we're going to be talking about that this Sunday as we begin a new series of sermons talking about Christian cliches called Say What? The things that we think are true. Does God really help those who help themselves? Well, according to what David says in Psalm 18, God helped David only because David cried out for help. David hadn't done anything to help himself other than seek the Lord. And I think that's the important thing for us to think about, is when God helps those who help themselves, the best help we can get comes from God himself. So today, if you're feeling like you are in over your head, that you are in up to your neck, that you are exploding behind your eyeballs, then turn to the Lord. That's the best help you can get. If you're in the Cincinnati area, come join us for worship this Sunday as we unpack this cliche in even more detail. If you're living somewhere else, then go to church somewhere else, somewhere where you can connect to God and connect to others, because that's why we're all here. And I'll see you on Monday for another daily devotion.